I became friends with Rosie Holt MP when we met at a Brexit anniversary party in 2019. I was instantly taken by this bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, newly elected MP, stood by the buffet table, yet so restrained with the plate of little bendy bananas, Union Jack-designed Battenbergs, and little gingerbread Nigel Farages. How she resolutely and continuously waved her little Union Jack flag throughout our conversation, which was long, I like to talk, being an expert at it, and how she repeated everything I said back at me, like a benignly beautiful empty vessel, waiting to regurgitate my passion and eloquence on whatever floating voter might bob towards her in the great swimming pool of life. This woman, I said to my husband, Jonathan, on the way home, has a bright political future ahead of her. 5 years later, Rosie Holt MP might be only a backbench MP, but she has proved herself time and time again to be a verbal force to be reckoned with in her valiant defence of the government. Her TV interview, where she was asked whether she attended one of the so-called Downing Street pandemic parties, floored the critics with its undeniable logic. She coolly replied, "Well, all that, as you know, is subject to an investigation with Sue Gray, so until that report is completed, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know whether I attended the party." It's that age-old question. If a tree falls in a forest, but no one's there to hear, does it make a sound? Well, if there was a party in lockdown, when we told everyone they couldn't even attend funerals but no one knew about it, was there a party? And Sue Gray is tasked with answering this philosophical question. I was blown away by this brilliantly concise and wise answer and wasn't at all surprised when the clip went viral. Of course, there were the usual wokey Marxist naysayers, but as my father always said, a good virus means you've had a good time, and Rosie Holt MP always knew how to have a good time. Plenty wanted to know more about this dynamically dutiful MP, and more impressive interviews with Rosie followed until she became one of our most ubiquitous public servants. Where other MPs can shy away from TV interviews, Rosie Holt MP is never afraid to go forth and defend her party, and as a result, she is one of our most visible politicians. I have been urging Rosie for years to write a book. I have written several books myself. Wokie's Gonna Woke, Watch Out Wokies, Wokies You Wankers, and my most personal work, Woke Washing, Don't Woke Me Away, Daddy, a memoir. In fact, I would like to take this moment to thank Rupert Murdoch for taking me on after my weak, centrist melt publishers dropped me after some ridiculous woke backlash from Wokies You Wankers. But she said to me time and time again, with that empty-eyed look only the truly intelligent possess, that she would when the time was right. Well, as we approach a general election and the Conservatives are inexplicably the most unpopular they've been in over a decade, the time is pretty bloody right, right? We are in a crisis. People have gone a bit Captain Hindsight with regard to the last few years and are criticising our noble, brilliant, exemplary government. Well, you take it from me, a journalist with no skin in the game other than being close family friends with several cabinet members. This government are fantastic and the best we're going to get, and Labour are a bunch of pathetic bores, led by a man who once stood next to Jeremy Corbyn. Rosie's vital book challenges the lies, slanderous accusations and fake news levelled by the left-wing media elites and the woke mob at our brave, hard-working Tory MPs and even braver PMs over the last few years, and remind us why the Conservative government were and are always right. Harriet Langley Swindon.